Are you curious? So are we. Are you funny? Well, we might be too. So why don't you get on in here? We're running out of room. Pull up a chair and sit on the floor. This is the podcast for empathy and imagination. My name is Aubrey Cloutier.
I am Drew Clark. I would like to acknowledge you for taking the time every day to listen to the podcast for empathy and imagination. This show is possible by many reasons. One of those main reasons is Zeiss Digital. ZICED.net. Check it out. Zeiss Digital. Do you ever have trouble setting up a new printer? Did you move and your network's down? Do you have a small business, a large business, or just a confusing system at home? Oh man, this thing keeps turning off. Why doesn't it work? The storage is full. What do I do? ZICED.net. That's what you do. This podcast is also brought to you by Clark Pool and Spa. Do you have pool or spa problems in the Contra Costa area? I mean, if you own a pool or a spa, you eventually do have problems with them. So if you need help with bodies of water, may it be a pool, fountain, hot tub, spa, jacuzzi, lake, anything in that area, you just come to clarkpoolspa.com. Folks, and for those listeners who are listening, you can contribute to this show. If you feel like this show is worth contributing to, you can do so. Just go to YouTube. Just do thumbs up. Bam. That's nothing. No big deal. If you want to go a little more than that, you can write us a little comment like, hey, man, why are you always talking about your ads in the front of the show? Like something like that. Or let's have more guests call in. You know, things like that. Those are cool comments someone could write if you wanted to. Also, if you're just like, man, I don't really want to do that, but I'll send you a few shekels. We now accept all versions of cryptocurrency available to gift to us as you wish, and go to patreon.com/empathy and imagination. Dangle there will be there soon. Okay, great. Folks, thank you, and welcome to the show. Aubrey, thanks for being here. How's it going, man?
It's going very well. It's going well. How are you?
I feel like I'm doing okay. Are we ready to do the check-in?
We can check in.
All right, let's check in.
I don't know. My check-in's pretty short and sweet. Recording. Just recording. I'm always recording now. Mm-hmm. Different bands, different times, places.
Your surveillance?
I sent you some photos of the Yacht Rock band recording.
Mm-hmm. Should we pull that up now?
That band is called Sausalito.
Okay.
And we do a lot of easy listening hits from the late 60s and 70s. There's some pictures of us. I think there's a picture of the horn player doing some tracks. And just generally our setup. So that's fun. I feel like I've learned a lot about recording in the past 3 months. Between going into a professional studio and doing recording, and then having other semi-pro people like you see here doing recording, and then doing the engineering, and then doing it myself. So it's been like 3 levels of remove: pros doing it, amateurs doing it, and then myself doing it. So I feel like that's a good skill to have in your skill stack. Mm-hmm. Audio engineering, multi-track audio engineering, recording, mixing.
Hell yeah.
And doing the performance part too. So playing the actual instrument is super fun as always. And I feel like my chops have improved just over the past year.
Do you feel pretty savage on the bass right now?
The thing about learning, the thing about gaining a level is that you see how much more there is. You're that much farther up the mountain, right? You're almost to the top. I wouldn't say I'm at the top, but you're getting closer to the top, and as you get closer to the top, you can see more of the territory. And you're like, oh shit, there's nuances, subtleties I didn't even think about 10 years ago. Right? Do you get that on drums?
Yeah, as I find, I watch videos of myself playing, and then I kind of see what's going on and try to learn from that and improve. And I have. What I've probably improved the most from watching the videos is just playing through riffs and not. I mean, it's sort of hard to explain, but
keeping the time even though you derail.
Mm-hmm. Keeping time even though you derail. Faster, like if you make a mistake, fix it faster.
Right. Because that's an occupational hazard with the drummers is losing your sticks because you're holding a thing.
Well, if you're borrowing somebody's kit and there's nowhere to put sticks, it's just...
Guitar players can lose a pick. Mm-hmm. That's another nice thing about bass. Is like you can't, unless your fingers fall off, you're not in the same boat as the drummer or the guitarist because they have to hold a thing. And you have to hold two things. So drummers have the most to hold and therefore the most to lose.
Interesting. See, I take that as a compliment.
And that's why, like, when you derail, you get derailed by losing a stick.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you can sort of judge a drummer's skill based on how quickly they can recover from that.
Yeah. Yes, that's a very good
It's
metric.
like a litmus test.
Uh-huh. But if you go, like, if you mess up a riff and then demand everyone else to stop and stomp your feet,
right?
That's, I don't know. I don't know if I do that.
It's not as productive.
Yeah. I don't know if I do that.
So it feels good to be playing a shitload of music.
Mm-hmm. We just played music 2 nights ago.
I guess that's a theme, a running theme in my life, playing a bunch of music.
So your check-in is involving playing a bunch of music. That's like been what you've been saying for 2 months.
Yeah, and it's Father's Day tomorrow, so that... June is weird because June 1st was my dad's birthday, stepdad's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Father's Day is tomorrow, so it's kind of like that stuff's coming up to the surface.
Can you share any of that?
I don't know. It's just, you just think about the transient fact of life, the linear, limited life form.
Yeah.
You live in one direction and it's finite, and then that's it. And pretty much everyone that you know, everything that you know, eventually will pass from human knowledge. So it's hard to have that, be aware of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you find solace from that situation? A lot of people find it in, substances or ideologies. But ultimately, you have to find it somewhere within yourself, and whatever gets you through the night, really.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
So the candle of like art and artistic achievement, even though it's totally ephemeral and doesn't amount to anything, it's like human experience in time is itself valuable. I count myself as a card-carrying existentialist in some ways, so
mm-hmm.
I do think that human experience is inherently valuable. So that's one way to find meaning in all that heat death of the universe without subscribing to ideologies. Is the idea that art can maybe enhance people's lives and improve their experience is pretty cool. It's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So hopefully we do that with some of our audience, and
I hope so.
All this stuff is going down to tape and to media,
mm-hmm.
and so it'll probably be around after we're gone. And so maybe someday in the distant future, someone will look at these podcasts
mm-hmm.
or listen to them and gain knowledge, or they'll have a few extra data points for their dissertation
mm-hmm.
on 20th century life.
I hope for that too. That's cool.
Just remember to cite us, Drew Clark, Arbor Cloutier.
Thank you.
That's my check-in.
Okay, that's awesome. Wow, that was a very eloquent check-in. I'm sure glad that we recorded that. Thank you for sharing.
I'll consider myself checked in after that.
All right. Wow. So, let's see. In this moment, I'm feeling really good. I got to ride my bike today. It's like that always is a feeling improver. And
yeah,
I appreciate that it's hard to do, and I like going fast. Like today, I got to go 41.3 miles an hour for a bit.
Is that faster than... Yeah, that's the fastest I think I've seen That's the fastest that I've known you've gone.
Yeah. Well, it's fun doing that every week.
That's insane.
That's really fun.
That's danger zone too.
It is, and so that's why first I didn't go full speed, but I slowly built up to now I'm pedaling down the thing. You know?
On that one hill?
Yeah, the main hill coming down from Cummings Skyway. So
so now you're mashing it on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I worked up to that.
God damn.
But I think I told the doctor I saw that I do it once a week, and they're like, "Oh, for how long?" I was like, "It's about 45 minutes," and they're like, "Oh, good," and I was like, "Yeah, I can't lie to the doctor. I gotta keep doing it every week." You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like,
you're waiting for the doctor to like tell you that you shouldn't be doing that, and the doctor's like, "Oh, nice, good job."
yeah, I'm like,
but yeah, you can't lie to the doctor, right? So now
Right.
you have to keep doing it.
let's keep doing it. So that's like another. It's just like a telling the truth thing, and that's cool. I've been doing it steady every week for 2 months, something like 2 months.
Wow, nice.
And it feels really good. I feel like I'll be way more ready for the next trip than I was last time.
Have you experienced cramps on the little 45-minute treks? No.
My knee hurt a little at first, but now it doesn't. It's like
Yeah,
it's
my
like
knee
if
hurt.
you-
Yeah,
if you
I have a
ride more, the
thing,
knee
too.
pain goes away,
Yes.
which is weird.
Well, I think you get those endorphins and they kill pain.
Yeah. And I consume cannabis before I do my hills. It opens up the airways, which is like part of my check-in is like cannabis has become more medicinal for me lately because my sinus thing. Did I mention this last time? My sinus problem. And I had this difficulty breathing through my nose.
You had scans.
Right. I didn't have the scan yet. The scan is way too much money. I can't afford the scan.
Oh, yeah. We
I
talked
postponed
about
the scan.
the scan.
Right. I didn't do the scan. So the cannabis I've been using has been making me breathe easier. We got that on
A
the
certain
mic.
strain? Like, did you research what sort of strain that
basically
was
I've
best?
been
Or
smoking more indicas, less sativas.
just more of the quote-unquote body?
Yeah,
body
inflammation
high.
help, relaxation, stuff like that. But because I have plenty of energy. I don't need. I barely drink any caffeine anymore.
Right.
But yeah, so my check-in is that the bike ride feels good. There's been some fear. I've been experiencing fear of like mortality lately.
Yeah.
Just like when it's hard to breathe for like a month long, I found myself there's anxiety mixed in. And I'm pretty sure the anxiety is from taking ownership of this business. All the little cleaning up and fire putting out that I do is like, it's been a lot. It's been really a lot. But it's not bad. It's just been really a lot. And then I think I've been experiencing some anxiety around that. Because I have this like really, really expensive life, but there's this job that's almost making it. And then the thought of having a less expensive life just keeps popping into my head. So yeah, I've been like thinking about that and then thinking about how I'm breathing and kind of going in a loop and I catch myself, and the thing that's been helping most is cannabis.
Catch yourself in like a cynical, ruminating state of mind.
Feeling anxious. Just feeling anxiety like,
Oh God, I'm gonna die and my sinuses are fucked up and the business is sinking and then I got a kid on the way and how am I gonna pay for this?
Like where's the money come from? All that stuff.
I can't believe my kid's dating that person. Oh
Right.
wait, that's not even
That's
hasn't even
later.
arrived yet.
That's later, right?
So maybe let's worry about what's happening now, if at all.
The only thing to worry about is
But when you start getting
putting out
anxious
fires.
about stuff that hasn't happened yet, you gotta like dial back the perspective.
Right.
Of, like, okay, I'm just gonna focus my worry microscope on this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be a telescope of worry. It's gonna be a microscope of worry.
I like that. I like the microscope of worry.
So I'm
It's
not
good.
looking at a constellation of worry like, oh fuck, it's way in the distance. I'm looking at something that's right here. It's very in focus.
I like that. I like that.
I'm just making it up.
So So that's been going on a little, and that's I gave blood. I mean, not to give, but so they can like look to see if anything's wrong with me. Actually,
Oh, blood work.
yeah, just blood work.
You gotta get your T count from that.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
I get my T count, and I'm going to also do my DNA test. I think that trusting in Western medicine has been the thing I've been afraid of. I think I've been so unsuccessful with ailments I've had in the past with Western medicine. It's just like everything I can think of that I've gone to them for help, something very wrong has gone on. Very wrong.
It seems more common than not. Right? I mean, that's sort of what happened to my stepdad. It's like, yeah, routine thing. Go in. And then that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the Christian
Like, are they making anything better?
The Christian Scientists have a point.
Yeah. I mean, can you give me some evidence that they're making you better?
There's
Something
evidence.
you couldn't arrive to just by your own thinking, or
A lot of it's diet and exercise, like probably
Sleep, diet,
60%.
exercise.
What's that?
sleep, diet, and exercise. That's it.
That's probably 85% of what you got to do.
It's probably 80-20. 80%'s that, 20%'s just,
Mental stuff.
random shit, genetics, and extreme stuff that you're doing to yourself.
Yeah. So let's see. It's been fun living with a pregnant woman. That's been fun.
Does Rebecca know?
Yeah, she I told her. She noticed. No, but it's true that she openly admits to like feelings changes
Yeah.
and different difficulties around food and how she's feeling a lot. And there's been some like figuring out who's doing what around the house. The new regime sort of shifting. There's been
Yes.
some like I wouldn't say difficult conversations, but I'd say like serious.
I don't give advice, but I would just do what she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better off.
The thing is, I can't fully submit because I have to be. I have
I
to
know.
put my feet down somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would like if I had my druthers, I would be social at like bars and stuff, like 2 or 3 nights a week. Like,
Okay.
I'd be playing live music, talking to people I knew and didn't know. 2 to 3 nights a week, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to or playing music out live. But that's like,
Those are the old ways.
I mean, her needs are different. Her needs to do that are probably once a quarter.
Right.
Like once a quarter, she wants to go out,
Take a
and
break
do that.
from the kid and do that.
But there's no kid. It's just
Oh,
how
you're
it
saying
is
right
now.
now.
That's how it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
now.
okay.
So it's like, well,
Yeah.
how do we meet the need? It's like, well, I just got to go alone. And then sometimes like, she's hopeful we're gonna hang out in the evening, and I'm like, but it's open mic night down
Oh
at
yeah,
Toots.
it was just open
Yeah.
mic night, wasn't it? Fuck.
And I was like,
We were gonna do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was like, it's open mic nights down at Toots, and I want to go down there and check it out. And we had to like have a serious conversation about it. It ended very well.
Good.
We really that always goes that way. It always ends where we understand more and build our relationship.
Yeah.
There isn't some like looming, hanging, oh, but she thinks this. It's like, well, we have differences. We're different people. How do we have the best possible time
Right.
with our love? And so you just work on that.
Cool.
And so
And how was open mic night down there?
it was really fun. I didn't perform anything because, again, I don't have anything to do by myself, really. I don't really.
Freestyle raps. You could just play a beat and rap.
Freestyle? I guess I,
know.
could
I couldn't do that.
I could do White Trucks, but that's like one verse. It's not really a song.
Right.
I mean, White
I
Trucks
was just a
is
selection
good.
of verses from songs that I've
Yeah.
collaborated
Yeah.
with other people on.
Yeah, so that's I haven't yet found a way to do something by myself
Yeah.
on the stage. I hope to figure that out. I think I will. I know they want me to. I know it'd be great. I've tried a few
What about
things.
that guitar thing?
Rebecca was like,
tapping
"Don't
thing.
do that." Mm-mm.
No.
I could play a guitar song, just guitar. I tried doing that with beatboxing in front of her, and she was like, "Yeah, don't do that. That doesn't look."
Guitar with beatboxing?
Yeah, I was doing that. I was playing acoustic guitar and beatboxing, and she was like, it's pretty weird. I was like, okay.
Sometimes weird's good.
Sometimes. Okay, that's my check-in.
That's your check-in. Okay. Checked in.
Yeah. Okay. I have a quick topic.
All right.
Just a quick one.
Yep.
And then I want to, move on. So I have a garden update for everybody. I don't know if we have a garden update sound in there. And there's...
I forget what we usually did with the garden update, but...
we sang Garden Update. That's right. That's the garden update. So I have a couple videos to show you here, and one of them in particular I think is really funny. It's really short, and I'm like, this is the kind of thing that you scroll through on Facebook and you go, oh ha, that is actually funny. But my lady requested that I didn't post it on Facebook. She was like, hey, can you not, because of her like animal rights friends and stuff? And I was like, for now. So, and then I edited it so it's very extremely PC. But I am holding a meat rabbit by its neck in the air, and it does a little.
Are you
dance.
supposed to hold them by the scruff?
You can, and when they're this young, you can tell. I'm really holding the whole body with both hands like a football. Yeah. At this age, they're very malleable, and they sort of you'll see. It's
what's like the proper way, though? I mean, quote
probably,
unquote proper.
Probably the scruff,
like you would a cat.
Yeah, in between the neck and the shoulder, kind of right up here. I mean,
it's like elbow flesh for them.
Mm-hmm. Like when I pick up the big male, our buck now, I pick him up not right behind the head, but a little further back on the fur, and he just goes limp. He just goes, okay, dude. Because like I let him run around with the chickens because I don't want to keep him in that cage his whole life. Fuck that. Yeah, so he gets to run around, scratching the ground, bite stuff, The chickens aren't really into it.
Do they mess with him at all?
Well, when he runs around, they just have to run out of his way, and they're like, wah, 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 wah. I have a little...
Okay, so they're scared of him.
Oh, yeah. Check this out. Oh, no, this is when the chicken got out. The sneaky thing. I found an extra nit. You can't hear it. Oh, see? Oh, there's a chicken. And then, whoa, look at that. Now, here's the bunnies out in the chicken thing. Because, like, you got to let them just be on the real ground for a while.
Yeah.
But trying to catch them in this thing, kind of difficult. So you got to grab them pretty aggressively on the back of the scruff.
Can you, like, deke them out? Like, fake them out?
No.
No,
he's a bunny. Here, he's sniffing. He's about to see, this is the girl with the dark ears. And he's sniffing her because, he's really into that and about rabbits. But she's already pregnant, so, that's kind of interesting. But I'm getting to the finale here in just a minute. So he comes around. He's like, well, hey, maybe we could, do that game I like. And then she's like, no, let's not do that. They're just chilling in the shade, under the apple tree. So here's the video. Ready?
Flirting.
Here you go.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so unanimously, I think people think that that's funny. But it is a meat production animal. That's fine. Just leave it off if you want. Okay, full block. Let's leave it on.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, call us in right now. 510-859-4173. 510-859-4173. Dun, dun, dun. 510-859-4173.
You can call us for free.
510-859-4173. There it is, folks.
What is it? 4173?
510-859-4173. Leave a
Rolls
message.
right off the tongue.
But we're live right now, so you can call in if you want.
Call us.
Claire. All right. So
all right.
That's the topic. That's it. What do you got,
That's
man?
the topic.
Yeah.
That was a garden update.
Garden update with a little, should I post the meat rabbits video up on Facebook? Or is that too, I don't know. I guess, let me ask you that question.
It's because the rabbit will be a future burger. That's the issue.
That's a future burger rabbit, and they might go like, "Oh, you're harming it because you're making fun of it.
You're harming it by
making fun of your food. You're playing with your food."
Don't play with your food, I guess, right?
Mm.
I don't know. I guess I just don't see it that way. I see it as, it's just an animal. You're having fun with it. interacting with it. You're not like mocking. It's the fact that it's alive because you're delighting in that you're going to kill it.
We hold them. We pet them. You know. They get treat. It's a good life. They have a pretty good life. They have like one bad second. And that's it.
So you got to pick your battles.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's pretty funny. I think that could go somewhat viral. Maybe not though.
It is. It's funny.
Maybe not. I don't know.
But things that are funny are not popular today, man. Comedy's dying. We are entering a new golden age, but that's largely technology and the problems of the world.
But stand-up comedy is booming.
Yeah, but it's all so safe. It's all so safe.
A lot of it's safe. Some people are pushing, like Joe Rogan pushes, Ari Shaffir.
The people that were pushing got canceled.
Who canceled them?
Roseanne was pushing.
Yeah.
Right? She made a mistake, but she was pushing.
She made a mistake.
Canceled.
Yeah.
Sam Hyde, $1 Million Extreme, World Peace. They were pushing, got canceled from Adult Swim. Those guys were hilariously funny and legitimately doing stuff that was edgy and not just let's make fun of Trump, I mean, if you watch like The Daily Show and all that stuff, man, it'll rot your brain. I don't know how into it you are if you watch it a lot, but man, it's so one-sided and it's just hard to. It's just not even funny. To probably half the country doesn't think it's funny.
I watch The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. I watch the Seth stand-up or Saturday Night Live version of that, where they comment, this is news commentary. And I sometimes agree to scowl at Samantha Bee. Like, I find, I call out the jokes that are funny. My response is, I watch those shows and I learn about stuff, and I can also see through where they're trying to get clicks.
Right.
I can see through it.
They do.
And the thing is, on the hierarchy of, man, it's just, I don't even really like watching it, is Samantha Bee, because mostly she attacks how people look, mostly, and she mixes stuff together and makes big jumps and then tries to do shouldn't you agree with me kind of like tone, and I think I've had enough of that, especially when it's really stretched out, like the what she's going for, the point is like kind of a reach, and it's like, that's not so good. But I sincerely enjoy Trevor Noah now. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I really appreciate when he, like, for an example, he went after Antifa. He was like, look, guys, can't do this, can't do that if you're going to be
finally,
a group.
after all this time.
Yeah. Well, he did it like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it was 6 months ago. But that was cool. And there have been a few other things where they acknowledged the president for some of his actions, like the recent North Korea stuff. They acknowledged, like, yeah, look, this is definitely good. This is a good direction. You want to go this way.
It takes a lot of
so that's what
sack to say that.
It does. So those couple of two, I think, still are comedically semi-accurate. But Samantha Bee has fallen off for me. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really watch any of that stuff, but
well, Trevor Noah
I don't really watch much.
Yeah,
so.
I don't watch that much either. But Trevor Noah, he does a pretty good job.
Yeah. It's just it's so much Trump bashing, which is fine. People are free to bash whatever. But it's also like, yeah, but if he didn't become president, what would you be writing jokes about? It's like kept comedy in business.
Big time.
The fact that he was elected, and sometimes the worth of a comedy is like, well, what if you couldn't make fun of that? How's your comedy without that crutch? Right?
Only some would survive.
Some would
a
survive.
Big feast.
And I would say $1 Million Extreme did that because their stuff, they weren't political, but it was like stuff where your jaw would drop legitimately because you were like, oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. That's super fucked. And they got canceled, man. It's great. One of the great tragedies of our time. But the three guys are still doing stuff. So they were working so hard. You know, they had a YouTube channel for like 10 years doing these skits.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, after years of work, got an Adult Swim show. And then, you know, just one person said something bad about them and speculated about them, saying they were racist and all this stuff, and they got canceled. It's just like, man.
Yeah, I think some people are calling this outrage culture. We didn't use it like not that long ago. You could be on the edge and people would just ignore you, or they would turn it off or change the channel.
George Carlin.
But now, if
yeah.
you say anything weird to anybody, they could just be offended enough to end your life. That's weird.
It's like George Carlin saying the N-word
Mm-hmm.
in 1997. Everyone cracks up because they understand the context in which he's making the joke, right? He's actually making fun of racists
Mm-hmm.
using the N-word. People understand the context. It was funny.
Joe Rogan used
Can't
it on
do
the
that.
podcast in 2017. I was very surprised. I heard him say the N-word, which I'm, for some reason don't want to say it,
Right. It's the one word that's just verboten. I mean, I'm all for free speech, but I'm probably not going to be going around saying the N-word to
Probably
prove
not.
that point.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's the one anomaly.
So the outrage culture, I think, is going to be, it's going to self-eat itself, but it's going to take a little bit longer before it's outraged at itself.
People would be outraged. The whole reason we brought this up is because of the meat rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
So you think people would see the meat rabbit, be offended, then try to call your clients and say, hey, this guy...
No, you can't call my clients. I think they would just go, on Facebook and they would go, something about the ethical, veganism rocks, or ethical treatment of animals doesn't look like you're, taking it very seriously. See, I guess I'm kind of a comedian going, geesh, I don't know if I should put this out because it's a little edgy. And
yeah, right, exactly.
So
exactly.
Here we're back to that.
Here we are afraid of the censors.
Right. So that it's working then. It
Yeah,
is
I
working.
guess it is working.
Because I'm choosing to go, oh man, I don't know if I should say this. I could be me. I mean, something
Even
bad
though
could happen.
it is completely ethical. I mean,
and I'm not harming an animal.
no.
He's just chill. You saw he's just limp. He doesn't know what's going on.
But, your spouse has different ideas about it. You have to respect that.
Mm-hmm. Well, she has different ideas, but there's also it's periphery folk, not her so much. I mean, she's on board with raising these animals and then turning them into hamburger. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like people that I like and care about and stuff, I don't really give a shit what their political stuff is. And
well, if you live a
whether
life
they're
where you don't
vegan
have
or,
to. Yeah. I think we're fortunate that we don't have to. I think if shit was more fucked up, we'd have to more care about that stuff.
We'd have to care more about it.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, which faction are you with because the government went down?
Yeah.
It might matter.
Well, even veganism or eating meat, or when I was vegetarian, people eat meat. I just didn't care. It was like, I wasn't on a crusade to make everyone like me, because that would be a super boring world.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it'd be very funny if everyone was like me. But
Just a bunch of comics yucking it up, playing sick bass.
yeah,
Just be like, just bass
but that would be
noodling.
boring.
Yeah.
It'd be super boring.
That'd be boring. Just mono.
Yeah,
Need more
monoculture.
stereo. All right.
So have we changed your mind? Are you still going to upload it or not upload it?
I think I need to upload it. I think I need to.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
are we ready to move on to the next
Let's
topic?
move on.
All right. Let's give it. What do you got? What's that?
Well, last time we tried to do some cassette magic. Didn't work out. We're back here today to try again. So, this is what I got. see that?
Here, I can zoom in. Just keep it there. I can't. Never mind. Hold on. 1 second.
What about the one?
No, I got you. Yeah. It says October 17th, 1999.
Yeah.
You can see it. Okay.
I have no idea what's on this tape. If anyone listening knows, call in. Let me know.
Cool.
I mean, I might be able to figure it out, but we listened to a little bit of it earlier, and I didn't recognize it. Anyway, here we go.
Okay. Sure. Ooh.
It's going to be super. Sounds like a jam session of some kind.
Is it
I think I know what it is.
What is going on here?
So I think this is a Sunset is a Battle jam session. We're just jamming. It's just a jam. It's just a studio jam. This is not a prepared song at all. But it sounds like Ryan McHugh on the guitar. And it sounds like Jim Mitchell on the drums. So that's my guess. From October
Are you on the bass
1999. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's something a little more structured. Maybe I can EQ it.
There we go. That's something cool.
I think that riff might have turned into a song or a part of a song. At some
That's
point.
a cool riff, man.
Sounds like a Ryan riff.
It's very heavy. It's super heavy. What are you guys tuned to? H?
Oh, I think it's standard.
Just standard.
It sounds like there might be vocals happening there, but it's hard to tell. No idea how long this goes on too, so I'm a little wary of that. Make the right choice, guys. Stop.
What's up? Getting speed? Why you tired?
Yeah, that's definitely Jim and Ryan. Why, you tired? Wow. It's a blast.
Been a rough weekend?
What happened last night? What happened last night? Dude.
What happened last night? That was a joke we used to have. Do what happened last night.
Any of you want to do mental sports? Sure.
All right. How about
Whoa, dude! Round of applause for that. Was really cool. That's like we've been talking about bringing this tape machine in here.
Yeah.
We were going to do it on episode 25.
That's right.
That didn't happen because
happen.
of technological problems. Then last episode we tried to do this and the machine laughed at us.
Yeah.
But this has been a cool thing to think. I have a tape too.
Yeah,
The
let's
thing
do
is, I actually have a whole box of tapes.
This will be an ongoing
somewhere.
bit.
That's somewhere.
We don't need to play them all today.
No, we're not going to play it all today. But there's going to be a, like history musical share, and that's really cool.
Yeah, so that was the band Sunset is a Battle from October 17th, 1999, one of our practices. And it probably took place at the
Down a
Hingham
little bit.
Ferry Terminal.
There you go.
Hingham Ferry Terminal Studios. John Ridlon was the landlord there. And this was Ryan McHugh, Jim Mitchell, Aubrey Cloutier. Sunset is a Battle, 1999.
Did the door just knock?
I think that might have been the door knock.
Oh. You want to check or should I check it? I'll check it.
You can check it. And I will do a quick science update. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, wow. We have eggs.
Sure.
Fresh eggs.
Oh, so you're talking about rabbits, huh?
Do you want these? Yeah.
Oh, I'm just stopping by for a second.
We'll say hey.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, husband. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping by.
I can't see myself. Oh,
Can't.
there we go.
You can control which camera it is on the bottom there.
So I was just picking up eggs, and I wanted to show your people. So that's my camera, isn't it?
Is it on there? What do you see in the big screen?
Yeah, I think I see. Okay. This is a normal-sized egg, and this is a baby's first egg from one of our new girls. They look very different side by side.
Wow.
This is
Do
the
you know who
smallest
laid
egg we've
that?
ever gotten. No.
It looks like a quail egg.
It looks like a quail egg, totally.
What do you think the noise it made when it came out was?
I want to do a better close up.
Oh,
so people can see
Check this out.
just how extremely different the sizes are.
Wow.
I
Cool.
feel like I'm flashing like a gang sign with my fingers, like
Wow.
Homestead for life.
That's a pretty sick gang sign you got going there. There's another egg down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, raising chickens has been pretty interesting. It's been more of an ordeal than I expected. I know we disagree on this. You think it's super easy, but there's been way more medical issues to contend with than I expected.
Okay, I agree with that.
You know, I thought we'd get the chickens, they'd be in the backyard, we'd get eggs, done.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many things that can happen with chickens. So many things. Genetic things, disease things,
War wounds.
yeah, social problems, things. It's so weird. They're like, chickens look so cute. Like, it's so like, oh, the little fluffy chickens pecking in the yard. And then they go after one another, and it's like one of the most brutal things I've ever seen.
When I had to catch Hugh recently, he was running around with the chickens. I grabbed him and he screamed, and the chickens ran up and they like flew his claws right at the rabbit, and it was like trying to attack
That's
the rabbit
right.
as I was picking up. They're like, let's kill this motherfucker and eat him right now.
They really were.
I was like, get the fuck out of here! Whoa!
both of the kinds of animals we have like are this weird juxtaposition of incredibly cute looking and like will eat each other.
Fuck shit up. They'll eat
sure.
themselves, eat the young, like eat. They're
they'll-
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Our chickens will eat their eggs.
The rabbits will eat their.
If one of them died, they would eat her. For
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Tear her apart.
And actually, I might just let them do it, just because you hate to waste. You'd hate to waste all that, stuff, and they'll peck at it for weeks.
Yeah. So there's just all these problems like
Well, one of our chickens is limpy.
yeah, we have a gimpy chicken. Just one day, she
Ow.
started limping, and we
Ow.
tried to separate her so she'd like
Heal,
but
she
apparently the longer you separate them, like the more brutal it is when you bring them back together. So she's still limping around, and
didn't. But she's the bottom rung.
oh yeah, absolute bottom rung. But the chicken that used to be the bottom rung, Goldie, that I felt really badly for because she was so haggard looking this winter, she's now like second in command, and is a total bitch. Like,
Yeah.
so, I look at Comet, our little limpy girl who's like kind of
Smallest
huddled
bird.
in the corner with one leg up, like, if given the opportunity, she would,
They would eat her.
no, if like her leg got better and then we got rid of all the other chickens and got some younger chickens and she was the biggest one, she'd be the biggest bitch in town. That's just how they're wired. Do you know that rabbits, this is actually something we might need to deal with. We've been having some rabbit, like, fertility issues. If you have two female rabbits next to one another, and one is, like, clearly the dominant one, the other will, like, if she gets pregnant, she'll reabsorb the babies. Like, she won't, like, they're normally really solitary animals that have their own territory.
They'll self terminate.
Something like that, to like reabsorb.
I gotta look up that.
I know.
Aubrey, is that real?
Oh, that they reabsorb like
If a
fetus while it's inside it? Huh.
Can
I
that-
don't know.
well, they do reabsorb it another way.
Well, yeah, you saw it. Did you talk about that on this show?
Down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about that time when we weren't quite ready, and the rabbit gave birth next to the other rabbits, and then I came home. It was 4:20. People were coming over, and she was halfway through one of them, hanging out of her mouth, eating the whole dang thing. And I was like, "Oh my god!" No, pink, just a pink, oof, it's a little slug.
Well, and it's interesting, like, I don't think you've had this experience, but when I try to talk with people about rabbits, and I kind of mention, like, yeah, for meat, they're like, eating a rabbit? Like,
That's so funny. We were talking about this today.
yeah, people have, it's just like rabbits have, it seems like, in this country, or at least in this part of the country, have just been exclusively regulated to pet territory. Like, it's actually hard to find feed and supplies marketed for meat rabbits. Because if it's weird. Like we were trying to buy Timothy hay, and Timothy hay was like $30 for 9 pounds at the pet store. Because you're buying it for little fluffykins. But then if you purchase it in a place that's marketing actual like feed supply, I mean, we got at least 60-pound bale of the hay for the same amount of money.
Mm-hmm. At the biofuel oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. That place is cool. They had chicks still.
Yeah, I thought that
They
was...
sell hay there?
Bales
sell
of hay,
hay.
live chicks, beehives.
And it's
biodiesel.
actually more popular in Berkeley to raise meat rabbits than it is like here. Like I went there to the El Sobrani feed supply, and they had all these rabbits. I was like, "Oh, rabbits, are you for me?" And they were like, "Oh no, these are pets. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Oh yeah, pets, cool." Yeah.
Well, I had said on the podcast earlier that when that video, we shared the video, and I edited it down.
Oh, the dancing rabbit.
And you filmed it, and then you said, "Hey, maybe don't post this immediately."
I mean, I don't know, just
And I was like, I respected your request, and I just put it up on YouTube with no links to any, because no one goes on YouTube. No one of our friends do. So it was a safe place. Literally 0 views occurred, and I showed it to Aubrey. He left 3 times. It's a 13-second video.
yeah, it's funny. Just animal activist people are really intense.
But like
I
they're
remember
harming him.
I remember one of my friends shared a video with me, and she's a total animal activist, but she shared a video on Facebook, this was like a couple years ago, of how when you put a cucumber on the floor behind a cat. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
And then they
freak
turn
out.
around and they freak out!
It's
like
a thing, yeah.
up in the air, full like whoom.
Because they think it's a snake.
Something like that.
Yeah, they think it's a snake, and their brain tells them, escape!
Yeah. So it was hilarious. And she posted it, and it was like, this is funny. And a lot of her friends were like, how dare you? That's torture.
Torture?
Oh, there was another video where this woman had this big old rabbit. It was like a hare, this big rabbit. And it was in a bath, and it looked like it was like chilling the fuck out. It was in a sink, and it was all like laying there with its like legs splayed open in the water, like, oh yeah. And it looked super cute and funny. Well, another animal activist person that she was friends with was like, the reason he's in this position is because he's actually terrified, and this is an example of torture. And I'm like,
By that logic, it would be torture to scare your friend. Jump out.
Yeah.
well,
Oh.
Because you're causing fear.
It's
some
true.
people
That would be torture.
with PTSD would say yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear that.
That's why there's a nuanced conversation we need to have.
Yeah,
It's your
I
bad
was.
Halloween.
I resoundingly believe that our rabbits have an amazing life. They're like
Oh, yeah.
eating
They get
the
to run
best
around.
food they could possibly eat.
Mhm. It's all organic now.
It's got like essential oils in it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And
They got plenty of fresh air. They're not like a lot of indoor rabbits that are pets, like are hanging out
near
in-
their poop all day.
Yeah, near their poop all day. Not
These
these
guys don't,
rabbits.
yeah.
Nowhere near their poop.
Yeah. And their poop is an amazing byproduct we put in the garden, which is definitely beneficial.
Yeah. Well, we get to really see how we feel about it all in 3 weeks when
It's harvest time.
it's harvest
Is
time.
a rabbit run a thing?
Rabbit.
Rabbit run?
Yeah, like a botchy
Mhm.
board side.
We put
It
them in with
can
the
be a thing.
chickens.
Yeah.
Well, they do that. And there's even hybrids of that. That's like it's a rabbit hut or shaw,
like a hutch.
rabbit shaw.
Yeah.
So it's like a rabbit cage that doesn't mostly have a bottom that you can move around over different grass areas.
We just don't have grass.
We did, but we have to.
Not like a lawn. We don't have a lawn.
No, there's not.
Come in and bring.
Well, just any cover crop we could just put on the ground, and when it comes up, it would still work. But there's water and heating issues if you have a mobile, because you got to think about where the sun is, and because you can't connect a integrated water system if you're moving it around every day. So it's like there's. So we put our bunnies out with the chickens in the big chicken run, so they can run around and dig and scratch and play and kick their legs, and they do all those things. And I think it's part of a essential happy meat rabbit situation. You can't just be in the cage all the time. You gotta have something else. So maybe we'll be certified some kind of new way of meat rabbit. That's like play, like have a little picture of him like kicking his legs out.
All right, guys. I just wanted to come by and show you this hilarious egg disparity. Did you see this,
Well, it's
Aubrey?
really 3 sizes. You have small, medium, and large. Really.
One of our girls just had
her very first.
chicken's first egg.
Huh. It's that size.
Either that or a quail sneaked in. And
Amazing.
Took a huge dump.
I'm down to have quail.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. That was cool. I liked doing that in the reading part. Watching the levels.
Oh. Hello, and we're there we go, and we're back.
And we're back. Transferring to server.
Transferring? No, still going. Okay, so let's try this tape.
Let's try one of your tapes.
Maybe rewind side A all the way. Seems really loud now. I got it turned up a little.
I had
That's
to remember. Oh yeah, the side you want to play is facing out. Okay. I had to think about that.
better. Yeah, I was.
Whereas
yeah.
once upon a time, I didn't have to think about that because it was just the way things were. But when I pulled out my tapes, I was like, okay, yeah, that's right. The side you want to play is the side that faces out. Okay. So I'd put side A facing out and then hit rewind.
Mhm.
You know, I felt like I felt old when I had to think about that.
I hear that. I see that thing rewinding. It's like, look at this fucking beauty. It's got a nice speed to it. Do you have to hold the button down? No. Oh,
no,
it's,
and actually,
ooh.
when it stops, the button pops up. Which, remember, the old ones didn't.
They did.
The
It was
button
just
would stay down.
Yeah. Did this speaker work?
Speaker work.
But we're direct in, huh?
Direct in. I'm gonna hit play.
Okay.
I'm gonna unmute it on the board. There we go. And it's EQ'd. I tried to tried to eliminate the hiss with this EQ. I think it works a little bit. I'm so happy that there's something on the tape.
I don't remember this.
Quality's way better than my 1999 tape, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, this is like 2004, 3. I don't know what this is.
It's not you on drums?
I'm on guitar.
Where is the guitar?
I don't even recognize this song. I don't even know if this. I'm like you. I'm in the dark at the moment.
Yeah. It's like Evans tape or something.
No, this.
Oh, I hear the guitar. Yeah. Okay.
I hear bass. It might. You know what? I bet if we fast forwarded a little bit, we might hear a song with a singer.
Okay.
It might.
What's that? God, I thought it was the recorder the whole time.
Let's see what that's.
Oops.
Oh,
Sorry, I've
there you
messed
go.
that up. I'll rewind it. It's that same tune.
This is just a jam sesh.
I mean, it's pretty cool bass. Whoever's on bass.
This
That's
is
pretty cool.
Avishai Laudner. He was a Jew from Israel who had been in the military. He moved here, and he was a mover by trade. And he didn't like wearing shoes. And his hair was super cool. And he would always take his shoes off, and he would basically wear the same shirt that had like several holes in it every time we saw him. He was super polite, very smart, very good at bass guitar.
Yeah.
It was a treasure to find him on Craigslist.
So you recognize... What was the... do you have any more info on this?
I have no idea at all. So
Was there a band... Like, you recognize the bass player.
the Avishai Laudner's probably jamming with the drummer Chris Enos, or who was it? Chris doing the drums the whole time? For Beautiful Fury, I think so. See, I thought I had two tapes here too. Oh, wait! Look at this here. I see something. A thing. It says Beautiful Fury with Evans hand running auditions ? Could have been
audition tape?
It could have been audition tape
Of this dude?
of this dude, me playing drums and him doing the bass.
Huh.
That's possible. Let's go with that for now.
Yeah, it
and
sounds
maybe
good. That's a good
sometime
little story.
soon- well, thank you. Maybe sometime soon I'll find some more, and we'll share more, like an
I'm just-
ongoing from the past blast.
Okay, nothing on side B.
There's nothing.
Nothing yet. I'm going to go to the beginning of side B
There might be.
just to see,
Okay. All right. Let's just
right? Because
quick
part of
check.
this is discovery.
It's
part of it is
exploration,
was archaeology.
You do
Media archaeology. We're trying to dig deep here and find out what's on these old tapes.
You do have to rewind a little and just kind of see.
It's funny, a tape with it could be just a tape with one song on it on side A at the beginning, and
Yeah.
nothing else on the entire tape.
And there's like 2.5 hours of space, just empty space.
That would be like an audition tape,
Yeah. I thought I had another tape around.
It's like a
I'm
CD,
excited
CD with one MP3 on it.
There's some that I know of.
There you go.
There's Beautiful Fury that is our actual songs somewhere.
That's great. Beautiful Fury.
Beautiful
Good.
Fury.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that was that band we did. We did a couple of house parties and this kind of mediocre recording, but then we just sort of drifted. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
I played guitar. It was that guitar.
Okay.
Remember one time we set up
Visual on that?
this? Yeah. It's actually, see it right there? That guitar. One time we had a Cadillac. The drummer had a Cadillac. It was this huge four-door late 70s thing. It must have been 22 feet long. It was gray and had some rust and stuff. The trunk, you could literally lay down
Yeah.
flat in it, not even diagonally.
It's like a twin. It's like a twin size in there.
It's probably bigger than a twin.
Yeah.
It's probably like almost a queen would almost fucking fit in
Those
that
things
trunk.
are pretty sweet.
And so we put the entire band in that car. I'm talking all the equipment and all the people and everything in that car. We drove to where we knew there was power at a park. We just set up and started our set.
That's pretty cool.
We had... The cops came at the 4th song and shut us down. But they were...
Okay, that's like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we got like 20 minutes out, and there was... Thank you. And there was a few people there. It was cool. The cool thing, I remember, and there's a photo of it somewhere. We'll show that probably, too. This little kid came up to me, and he wanted my autograph from the park. And he was wearing a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shirt. And there's a photo of me signing his little book with his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame shirt. And I was like, right on, dude. That's cool.
That's great. Because obviously you must have been a rock star if you're playing.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's, 8 or something. It was fun.
That
It
was
really
Beautiful
fun.
Fury?
That was Beautiful Fury. Yeah. So the cop was like
That's
polite.
like a great like low budget kung fu movie title.
We didn't film it. We didn't even think about filming it. There was
Beautiful
like,
Fury. It's like a female kung fu detective.
yeah, I can see that, like a panda
And
character, maybe.
It's the movies about her. Maybe it's a TV show called Beautiful Fury.
I like it. Well, we've got the music for it somewhere already.
All right, so this next one is must have been 95, and these are the raw recordings for 7-inch that we eventually did. So I think we recorded 6 songs, and the 7-inch was just 2 songs. And I think this first one was on the 7-inch. So here we go. This is the raw mix, not even mixed.
Another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, that was really cool. I appreciate that.
That was Creepy Woods from 1995, probably.
Whoa.
The incarnation. We always had drummers, different drummers. But that was me on bass, Jonathan Hills on guitar, and Laura Scheinfeld on drums. And we recorded that in Rochester, New York.
Ooh.
And, yeah. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
You got more tapes? You just had one?
No,
Yeah.
actually, you know what I don't got? I don't got any more time.
Oh, yeah, it's time to go.
It's...
That was a good teaser. We have more. There's more
Mhm.
where this came from.
Mm-hmm. That's where that came from. So, yeah, I'm going to go now to Hollister, California, and listen to the band Los Lobos to hang out with my father-in-law, because that's what he wanted to do for Father's Day. So, wish me luck on that, and much love to my stepfather, Hal Evans. You know, happy Father's Day to him, and just want him to have fun and, you know, party and stuff. So, yeah.
So you guys are going to, is it like a arena?
It's an outdoor something. You sit on the ground.
Okay.
So
Cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, folks, I just want to thank you for being here for the podcast for Empathy and Imagination. And, of course, if you really wish to contribute to such a thing, you can do so by going to Patreon, Empathy and Imagination, contribute monetarily. Or you can go to YouTube, just give us a thumbs up. iTunes, you know, give us a little comment, something like that. Any of those things would be cool. Totally appreciate it.
Cool.
Who
Thanks.
who pays for the bread and butter of this station? Zeiss Digital, ZICED.net. Man, that's where you go to get assistance on the internet. See, because you can't fret because he'll sweat the details to get it right. Cables and tables tight. It's all good. He won't fight. He'll correct by the nighttime. It's Zeiss Digital. Keep it right. Okay, now, also, Clark Pool and Spa. Man, all the cool things you can get about pools and spas and water chemicals and fountains. You can find clarkpoolspa.com. You got questions? You need help? You need service? Something broken? Give us a call. Check us out. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to Claire. Thanks to Rebecca for coming on.
Thank you for hosting.
You're very welcome, sir. Thank you for driving all the way out here. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.